Hey guys, this is where I'm at. I didn't go to Houston. I didn't go to the beach in Galveston. And I did not go to Austin. I came here. Cedar Hill State Park Trails map. And I just parked. And there's the water. And as I'm driving around to get down here to the water, there's some elevation. So with the elevation, as you're driving, you can see the Dallas Cowboys Stadium or AT&T Stadium. So I was like, oh my God, Stevie would love this view. All right, so let's get out. Hey, Stevie. Let's go ahead and get out. And I'm right over here by the bathrooms in case this old lady has to go to the tinkle. So I see all the parking by the water. So there's a bigger parking spot. There's only like 2 cars. One guy's cleaning up. So he works here. And then the other person, maybe they're fishing. And so I got this little spot all right to myself. Make sure I get my keys and don't lock myself out. And the only thing I bought was 2 bananas. And I got some books from the little library before my phone died and cut off. And I'll show you guys. And then I got in my trunk because I have books in my trunk from giving a lot of books away. So for some reason, I still have some books. I remember when I went to Black Coffee and I filled up their bottom shelf until it was like, couldn't fit another book in there. And then I had some excess books. So, oh goodness. Oh my gosh. My knee, my ankle, my knee, my ankle. I'm trying to, oh man. All right. Let me sit y'all down. All right, I got my key. Let me get my phone. Lock, just in case I walk. I could have come out here and painted. Oh yeah. So I was hoping earlier that this little pain in my foot would go away, but I can still feel it. But look at that, you guys. There's the stadium. So let me get my hands free. So I'm going to be sitting right here. I got 2 books that I'm reading from. And let's zoom in on the stadium. Let's zoom in. There's your boys. Stephen Massey. Uh-oh. There's the water. Scan up. And there's the stadium. That's as tight as I can. There we go. Boom. Awesome. Awesome. Is that a house up there? Get out of here. Okay. Let's see here what we got. What's that down there up under the table? Is that like a drainage? I don't know. It's got a bunch of leaves in it. Got an extra little bench behind here. That's different. Okay. Alright. But first, let me put this down. Put my keys in my bag. And these are the books that I got from the free little library. And the one that I got on my trunk was Queen by Alex Haley. And so I got Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte because following the guy, Ben McAvoy, with the Hardcore Literature Book Club, he goes in depth about Wuthering Heights because they've already read it. But I was like, man, I thought I had Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, but I have something else by the Bronte sisters that I possibly gave away. So, Free Little Library did an exchange of books, and The Tattoo Artist of Auschwitz Heather Morris, a novel, and I think also a movie, if I'm remembering correctly. So let's look. Let's look around. Actually, I want to go on that little sidewalk right there and go stand out there. Let's do that real quick with my slow self. And I got my library book, and my library book is in here. And the Monica Reads Black and White. And then this one is mine that I purchased for the book club in Dallas. Dallas. So I'm in Dallas, which is so close. So I was like, yeah, I think I'll just stay home. Close to home. I'm gonna leave those right there. Let's walk. Hope I don't step on no poo. Forgive my hair. It just be flat in the back when I'm sitting in the car. Dandelions. See, we still got dandelions all yellow. Look at that. This is December, and we got dandelions. Should get them and make some tea out of them. Knowing me, they probably got sprayed something on them. I don't know what they're working on over there. Anyway, sprayed some chemicals on it, and I'm trying to drink some dandelion tea that I don't know how to do. So when I was driving around, I was expecting to see like deer crossing or whatever. It said coyote crossing. Girl. And also, this is Texas, so I'm not trying to, alligators might be in this water. But living in Florida, got so used to seeing alligators. So this is the thing I'm walking. It's just a cement, I guess, for boats maybe to go out, and then they slide off of that part or that part, and even this part. I don't know. But I'm just walking. They got some little boats over there, it looks like. And I saw a lot of, as you're driving around, oh, there's a boat out there. So as you're driving around to this trail, the walking trails are immaculate. They're wide, big, sidewalk spaces, and all along the highway as you're driving over here, people are walking. And what I was so happy about was there were so many. I only saw one man, right? And there were so many women, and that made me happy. And then, yes, I have to say it, what even made me happier was like, out of probably the 10 women that I saw, 9 of them were black women. I saw one white woman, and she was older, like myself, and she was walking along. I was like, get it, girl. And then I kept seeing all these black women. And then I saw one white male. And I'm thinking, this is so beautiful, because for the most part, women, we do it. We go to places and we say, hey, is this safe out here? Our antennas go up. And we want to know how safe the space is to walk in. And when we see other women, no matter what the race, we're just happy or feel a little bit more calm or settled, like, okay, she's out here, and she's probably come out here a lot because she's moving, boy. She's, like a seasoned runner, and we feel safe, or at least I know I do. Women, you guys out there, let me know. And for the guys, do you ever have the same fears that women do when you're going to a secluded area where you're wanting to hike and just be by yourself and do some walk and be out in nature? Do you have those same fears? And if you see a whole bunch of men, do you go, okay, I don't know, I don't trust him? Or do you see a bunch of women and go, I hope she is okay, doesn't think that I'm some creep or something? And, do you have those same types of thoughts that run through your head? Dang, it's a beautiful day. Look how clear it is. This is December, Thursday. So I think today is the 18th or 19th. Let me check my phone. See what happens when you... I was on the navigation still. December 19th. December 19th, 11:06 a.m. And wow, just beautiful. I see one lone plane flying. Keeps going around there because from the lady when I was, it cost $7 to get in here if you're going to stay a while, because she was just going to let me ride around and see if I wasn't going to stay because I've never been out here before. She goes, "You've never been out here before?" And she goes, "Well, let me stop because I didn't know what Joe Pool Lake was, and part of this is Joe Pool Lake." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Yeah, no, I've heard of Joe Pool Lake. I just didn't know. There's like a Joe Pool Lake that's closer to me, and where all the people swim and do their little boating, what do they call those, inner tubes or whatever, and have all those parties during the holidays on 4th of July, where it's real crowded. Everybody's having a great time." Well, she was telling me she had never heard of that, so she wasn't faulting me for that. I'm trying to figure out what this is over here. Let me getting close to that wall. Where does it go? There it is. Oh, that looks like a part of a bridge. Ooh, I'm getting dizzy when I look at that. Sorry, y'all, but my vertigo. So the worker is leaving. Sorry for the wind. But anyway, the worker is leaving and somebody else came. God, that bone in my ankle is hurting. So what I'm trying to do is like move my ankle around each time I step to see if I can get it popped in or something. I don't know. But it's nice out. I'm going to go back to my table and sit and rest and read and look at the water. And hope no snakes or coyotes or anything comes out. I love those trees right there. Willow trees, I think. What kind of plants down there I can snip and take home? What kind of plants? Oh, man. I love reflection. So 2024 is about over with, you guys. What did you learn about yourselves? And what do you want to take into the next year that you've learned? Any changed behaviors? Ouch. I learned that I'm not as afraid to quit a job. After I retired that first time, and I still survived and went and found another job, lived in Missouri, for a while. See, I can do it. I'm walking. Whew. Yeah, this ankle ain't right. And I didn't have any problems. It was basically 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, of the vendor showing art and standing up. Especially that first day, I stood up a lot more. And I knew my foot was hurting, but not my ankle. Alright. I'm gonna sit down, try to avoid this poop. Why is it so close to the... It's weird. Oh, you can't move. It's not chained down, so... Anyway. Put this map over this poop. So this is my view. Just walking up that That's where it was. Walked up, followed the sidewalk instead of getting on the dirt. And now we're here with it. Alright, let me get my purse. Put it on the table. And get my book that I own. Okay. And let's take a look at this here. What is the weather? The weather is nice. That's what I will say. Got on my sweater. I'm gonna throw. And my shirt is short sleeve, so I wanted to make sure I covered my arms. Whew, but that looks so cool. So they got Plum Valley Trail. And so this is what I put in the directions for Talala. I just chose one. And so when it says the park entrance right here, and I wanted to go see the water, so I came this way on, what's the name of the street? It's West Spine Road. West Spine Road. Followed that to Shoreline Trail, and I'm parked in one of these areas right there. So, very cool. Very nice. Trying to see, oh, they do have a light up there. I wonder if it works. I wonder if it works. Oh, and the sun. Points of interest. Stroll by our shoreline sculpture and see for yourself how deep prairie roots run. Take in scenic views of the lake and dam from here too. And then Penn Farm. Yeah, I did see a farm interest. The Penn family farmed this valley for over 100 years. Remnant buildings and farm equipment transport us back to a middle-class farm around the turn of the 20th century. So that's the Penn Farm that I passed. Talala Overlook. Talala is the Cherokee name for woodpecker. Enjoy the breathtaking view from the overlook. One of several at the park. So I passed that. And Plum Valley Overlook. The scenic overlook provides views of the tall grass, the lackland prairie converging with the white rock, limestone, escarpment, and then duck pond. Bring the children for an easy hike to the pond, where you may catch a glimpse of wildlife stopping by for a drink. Well, and then it gives the GPS coordinates in decimal degrees. That's cool. These trails, this is pretty dope. Eagle Ford camping area. So they have Shady Ridge camping area, Eagle Ford camping area, Lake View camping area. So that would be further down past where I'm at right now. Oh, they even have swimming. You can swim over here where I'm at. Okay. I didn't think I would want to do that, but okay. So then they have the boat. That's where the boats, where I was out there, the boats launch. And let's see here. So there's also a trail over here on Shoreline. I don't see it. I just see the two parking areas. The small one where I'm at and the large one over there. It may have a sidewalk, because the only sidewalk I'm seeing is to the boat and to the bathroom and then the parking lot. So there may be another parking or sidewalk that connects to a trail that goes that way. I'll probably see that on the way out. But this is going to be my sitting area for today. And yeah, my hands are getting a little cold because of the breeze. But yeah, it's nice. And I got the sun right there, so maybe I'll do this. Hey, I can actually feel that. That's retarded. Cold down here. Warm. Instant warmth. That's crazy. I love it. Child, she's still telling me to turn left. I'm good. I'm here. I'm here, child. Oh, why did I have my stopwatch going? Anyway, whatever. Let me turn off these directions. Cedar Hill State Park. I'm loving it. Alright, let me put on some Coltrane. 93% on my phone. When I leave here, I have my second banana is in the purse, and I'm really not hungry. I left my tea in the car. I should have bought it out here, but I'm good. I drank a little bit. I don't want to use the public bathroom, so I'm not going to drink too much of it. But I might eat my second banana soon because I am getting a little hungry, but not hungry. Like, it hit the spot. You know what I mean? Like, I think my mind just wants, like, an actual total breakfast, because I used to not eat breakfast at all when I was working. I would just go to work, have a lot of coffee, tea, and then lunchtime is when I would eat. Alright, so it says plenty of sun today. Yes, I see that. Clear, clear, clear sky. I'm loving it. I hear a small plane, like a Cessna, up ahead, up above. Well, I did get what I wanted. I'm looking at water. And I didn't have to drive far. Yeah, 30 minutes. You gotta love it. Alice Coltrane and Pharoah Sanders, or Best of Alice Coltrane. How about we do that? Best of Alice Coltrane.
With this book, you can play 100 songs on the piano in an hour, and it's free. Check this out. So all you can...
Boy, please. I do not own the rights to this music. There are still red berries on the tree, and most of the leaves are gone. Before I read my book, I think I'm going to read a couple pages of Wuthering Heights. Pocket Books Fiction, $2.99 in the U.S. I know. The sun is behind us, so it's gonna be dark. So cute. Wuthering Heights, perhaps the most haunting love story ever written, was published 1 year before Emily Bronte's death in 1848 at the age of 30. Oh my gosh. I'm 59, about to be 60. I am so happy to be alive and aging. It is the story of Heathcliff, a savage, tormented foundling, and of his wild, doomed love for Catherine Earnshaw, the daughter of his benefactor. Set amidst the beauty and fury of the lonely Yorkshire moors, this novel of extraordinary imagination and insight has become a classic of English literature. The story of Heathcliff's journey back to Wuthering Heights. Lynn Hare Sargent, what? In the beloved tradition of Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, author Lynn Hare Sargent chronicles the 3 lost years since 2 of the world's most famous lovers left their mark on the Yorkshire moors. Entrancing and irresistibly vivid, this stunning novel begins with a letter, still undelivered, written to one Catherine Earnshaw by a man called Heathcliff Gimmerton, 10th of April, 1784. Cathy, it is I, Heathcliff. I am come back to you. In Heathcliff's own words, here is what happened after he fled Wuthering Heights, determined to become worthy of Cathy's complete devotion. Available in hardcover from Pocket Books. Get out of here. I gotta find that after I read this. Or maybe before, so that I can just go straight to it. Ah, somebody left a bookmark. Oh, it's compliments of the Little Free Library. St. Stephen's Free Little Library, Charter 31650, St. Stephen's Episcopal Church is an affirming community that joyfully welcomes all God's children. Join us for Sunday worship at 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. And then they have their website. They also have a plug-in for your electrical devices. Okay. Gotta love it. Oh, that's a military plane. Look at that. Wow, I got pretty close. Nice. All right, let's get back to Wuthering Heights. How about that? Oh, that feels good because the sun is now on my back. Ah, that feels great. I'm on ankle. I might walk around that big old parking lot over there. Alright, with a foreword by Lynn Hare Sargent, the very person that we were just reading about that wrote the sequel to, well, it's called The Story of Heathcliff's Journey, back to Wuthering Heights. Okay. Emily Bronte, born in 1818, was the second of the 3 famous Bronte sisters, 2 years younger than Charlotte and a year and a half older than Anne. As children, Emily, Charlotte, Anne, and their brother Patrick Branwell roamed and played on the Yorkshire moors, creating imaginary kingdoms and writing journals, stories, poems, and plays about their inhabitants. Emily's special province was the fantasy kingdom of Gondal, which inspired some of her most passionate poetry. In 1846, at Charlotte's behest, the sisters published a volume of poems signed by Charlotte, Ellis, Emily, and Acton, Anne, Bell, In 1847, Charlotte Bronte's... Okay, y'all know the woods. You be hearing noises. Okay. Where was I? In 1847, Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre appeared, and Emily's only novel, Wuthering Heights, was published under the pseudonym of Ellis Bell. Emily Bronte died in December of 1848, having caught cold at her brother's funeral a few months earlier. It was only after her death that the full power and genius of Wuthering Heights began to be recognized. Wow. Lynn Hare Sargent is the author of, again, Heathcliff, the story of Heathcliff's journey back to Wuthering Heights. Oh, it's H is part of the title. She is a PhD candidate at Tufts University and teaches writing and 19th century literature at the University of Massachusetts. Pocketbooks. Introduction copy was by Lynn Hare Sargent in 1992. Preface. Emily Bronte. It goes into her information again. Preface. Introduction by Lynn Hare. And then it starts. My fingers are cold, but my back is warm. So, let me do this. I think I'm definitely going to keep walking around, even though I'm going slow. But then am I giving it a chance to heal? That's so cute that I can see the Cowboy Stadium right there, above all the trees. So cool. Anyway, 1801. I have just returned from a visit to my landlord, the solitary neighbor that I shall be troubled with. This is certainly a beautiful country. In all England, I do not believe that I could have fixed on a situation so completely removed from the stir of society. A perfect misanthropist heaven. And Mr. Heathcliff and I are such a suitable pair to divide the desolation between us. A capital fellow. He little imagined how my heart warmed towards him when I beheld his black eyes withdraw so suspiciously under their brows as I rode up, and when his fingers sheltered themselves with a jealous resolution still further in his waistcoat as I announced my name. "Mr. Heathcliff," I said. A nod was the answer. "Mr. Lockwood, your new tenant, sir. I do myself the honor of calling as soon as possible after my arrival. To express the hope that I have not inconvenienced you by my perseverance in soliciting the occupation of Thrushcross Grange. I heard yesterday you had some thoughts." "Thrushcross Grange is my own, sir," he interrupted, wincing. "I should not allow any one to inconvenience me. If I could hinder it, walk in." The walk-in was uttered with closed teeth and expressed the sentiment, "Go to the deuce." Even the gate over which he leant manifested no sympathizing movement to the words, and I think that circumstance determined me to accept the invitation. I felt interested in a man whom seemed more exaggeratedly reserved than myself. When he saw my horse's breast fairly pushing the barrier, he did put out his hand, and it's coming back the same plane. Well, at least I think it is. Or a helicopter with it too. It's pretty dope. All right, military. also take Mr. Lockwood's horse and bring up some wine. All right, we're going to leave it there. Okay. Another car is coming around, or a van. It looks like a white van. They're circling around to find a spot over there. Don't come over here. I know it's the smaller parking lot and there's loads of spaces, just me taking up one spot, but I don't want any company. What is wrong with me? So next year I want to replace 100%, not 100% is what I meant to say. Not 100% replace some of my hobbies, which has all been the same since I was a little girl. Reading, writing, and I love art. But I used to love to dance. I still love watching people dance, and if I can find a theater where there's dancing or singing or acting and whatever, all the arts. And then the first thing I gravitate towards is the backdrop. Who painted the backdrop? Oh, look at that. That's so beautiful. It goes with the scenes. And I used to always want to do that. And I got a chance to do a little bit of that by painting for Stevie's play. And he was just so gracious to offer me, a spot where I could paint and it would be in the show. And it was marvelous to see. And he gave me credits in the pamphlet. What's it called? Oh my goodness. The program. Yeah. I loved it. More than anything, I think about that experience. I just loved doing it along with Stevie. It was so cool to create something for him, and I wish I could have even done better. Like, he wanted the black lines. That still bothers me that I didn't outline all the colors in black, and that's what he wanted. And why didn't I? I think it's because I like color up against color, and sometimes the black makes it look comic-like. But I know he was right, because every time I see my paintings with the black line that he wanted, I could see it being better than what I did. So sorry about that, Stevie. But he liked it. He never said anything about it. He's just always so positive. Like, he loved the colors. He loved the shapes. So, and he put them in the show. He trusted me. If I could do one thing for the rest of my life as far as hobby-wise, it would be to be a painter. I have 1,000,001 paintings in my head that I want to get out. And even the most simplistic things, like painting the little kindergarten-style houses. You can do them in so many different color palettes, it's not even funny. I'm working on the oil pastel, since I did do the acrylic one. Now I'm doing an oil pastel one. I worked on that last night. And while I'm watching art. And yeah. Alright, so the next book, The Tattooist of Auschwitz. Has anyone read this one? It feels funny asking, has anyone read Wuthering Heights? Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, because it's a classic and most people have professed to read those or say they read them. I have not read Wuthering Heights, but now I have every opportunity. And truthfully, all the books that I've given away as far as my Jane Austen collections with the sprayed gold edges and the cute little covers. They were like pocket size. You can hold them in your hand. I gave them away. I'm like, I'm never going to get into this. I'm so tired of hearing about them. But the only person that can really get me interested in those books is Benjamin McAvoy with the Hardcore Literature Book Club, because I love how he delves into all the side pockets of reading and the deep dives into the Bible, even from biblical stories to tell where this writer has possibly read the Bible stories and incorporated it into their style or in their storytelling, or got the story from that and just changed it in a way. These aren't his words 100%, but when he mentioned several different books from, from other classic literature that has come before the writers that they're reading, and all the just Googling things and finding out about that time period. And when he did that deep dive and talked about the Bible one day, and I love to listen to him while I'm painting. Oh my God. I love to listen to literary lectures and deep dives into literature. That's from someone that can truly discuss them. Not like I do, or a whole bunch of, like I'd say 90% of it, just talking about how much we liked the book, what we liked about it, and the tea that was in the book, the this, that, and the third. But no deep diving outside of that, which is fine, because I think there's a million and one different ways that we can discuss books and talk about them. And I will watch them all. But then there are certain ones that I just won't watch, and there's certain ones that I have to watch, like Benjamin McAvoy. Like, it's the best time of the year, at the end of the year, when he's announcing what they're reading next year. And just to listen to him talk about each book that they're going into and what side references, books that they're going to, read along with the book. And that's next to the Super Bowl. Because, I was going to say it. I was going to say it. I mean, come on, I'm from Kansas. I was going to say it. My family's in Missouri. It's I love the nostalgia that Kansas City gives me. All those trips that we made to see Aunt Esther and Watcher and Cousin James and Thelma and his Cousin James' girlfriend Karen, the two of them on the motorcycles. I remember spending the night over there and sitting in his little kitchen area of his house. I remember the house. I can still see the front of it, the inside of it, the motorcycles. Kansas City is a whole freaking vibe. I love it. And I love it mainly because that's where most of my mom's, like in Topeka, we never went over anybody's house that we were related to because we weren't. And except for her first husband, the Smiths, like my older siblings, they have loads of family in Kansas. So every time that I went to Kansas City with my mom, Sandra, myself, worlds of fun, 18th and Vine, concerts. That's my city. It's my favorite city. It's just landlocked, and I can't get to the beach unless I come down here to Texas or go back to Florida. Anyway, the Tattooist of Auschwitz. That's enough about me that you didn't already heard a million dang times. Heather Morris, based on the powerful true story of love and survival. Oh, it's got a French flap. So let's show that again. And I gave them Queen by Alex Haley. I'm not going to read it. And that's the thing. It was so funny because I've joined so many book clubs that if one of them said, "Hey, we're gonna read Queen," I'd be like, "God darn it! Let me go see if the little library still has my book." If not, no, I'll just get another one, maybe from the library. Okay, my nose is starting to run. Might have to do a little walk. April 1942, Lake Sokolov, a Slovakian Jew, is forcibly transported to the concentration camps at Auschwitz-Birkenau. When his captors discover that he speaks several languages, he is put to work as a Tätowierer, or whatever, the German word for tattooist, tasked with permanently marking his fellow prisoners. Wow. In prison for more than 2.5 years, Lale, L-A-L-E, witnesses horrific atrocities and barbarism. That's barbaric. Okay. But also incredibly acts of bravery and compassion. Risking his own life, he uses his privileged position to exchange jewels and money from murdered Jews for food to keep his fellow prisoners alive. Jehovah God. Humans. One day in July 1942, Lale, prisoner number 32407, comforts a trembling young man. Whew. A trembling young woman, waiting in line to have the number 34902 tattooed onto her arm. Her name is Gita, G-I-T-A, and in that first encounter, Leo vows to somehow survive the camp and marry her. Wow, a vivid, harrowing, and ultimately hopeful recreation of Leo Sokolov's experiences as the man who tattooed the arms of thousands of prisoners with what would become one of the most potent symbols of the Holocaust. The tattooist of Auschwitz is also a testament to the endurance of love and humanity under the darkest possible conditions. I mean, if that doesn't speak to the human spirit, you got the most tragic situation, and then you find love, and you also find a way to take from the dead to give to the living, to keep them living. The will to live outweighs evil. Restoration of hope in a lot of us. I can't wait to read this and deep dive into maybe some museum exhibits, or go to the library and look up some old accounts. Not that I've never written anything about Auschwitz or the Holocaust, but it's been a really long time. I'm just looking at the writing style. Sorry, guys. Chill out, chill out. That's how my videos are. Whatever I want while I'm alive. Okay, so after the prologue, I was trying to get to the first chapter, but it went immediately into 2. Okay, so I passed it. Okay, the prologue was only a page and a half. Okay. Let me see what the prologue says. Miss Heather Morris. Prologue. Lale, or I'm sorry, L-A-L-E. I don't know if that's Lali, Layla. It's a man. I'm just going to say Lale. Tries not to look up. He reaches out to take the piece of paper being handed to him. He must transfer the 5 digits onto the girl who held it. There is already a number there, but it has faded. He pushes the needle into her left arm, making a 3, trying to be gentle, blood oozes, but the needle hasn't gone deep enough, and he has to trace the number again. She doesn't flinch at the pain. Lel knows he's inflicting. They've been warned. Say nothing. Do nothing. He wipes away the blood and rubs green ink into the wound. Hurry up, Pepin whispers. Lel is taking too long. Tattooing the arms of men is one thing. Defiling the bodies of young girls is horrifying. Wow. And it goes on. In the first chapter, April, my born month, April 1942. Lel rattles across the countryside, keeping his head up and himself to himself. The 25-year-old sees no point in getting to know the man beside him, who occasionally nods off against his shoulder. Lel doesn't push him away. He is just one among countless young men stuffed into wagons designed to transport livestock. Having been given no idea where they were headed, Lel, dressed in his usual attire, a pressed suit, clean white shirt, and tie, always dress to impress. Wow. Hey, Lord. Reading literature about crime and true stories is one thing, but the devastation of Auschwitz and the pain that it has caused a whole race of people and beyond to affect all of us, it's heartbreaking. And I think that's why even when we answer the question for ourselves, like, what is the purpose of me being here? And then we try to attach little titles. Well, I'm an avid reader, I'm a bibliophile, I'm a painter, I'm a dancer, I'm a bird watcher, I'm a photographer, I'm a swimmer, I'm an athlete, I'm a teacher. These are my purposes. And then we kill each other in volumes, and volumes, and volumes. Heavy, heavy, heavy volumes, weighted. Just trying to extinguish one another. It's all the little things that we do in life are basically helping us deal with all the struggle of hate. Why do we hate each other so much? Is it all the devil's fault? I mean, if you're aware of the devil and you know what the devil is capable of, why duplicate those feelings, that spirit? Why align yourself with evil? People are happy to call themselves witches and fortune tellers and this, that, and the third. Happy to cut down a tree, build a cross, and do obeisance to it. Happy to cut each other, beat each other, be prejudiced against one another, call it preferences. And they're all leaving. The worker came back and checked the bathrooms. The white van is gone, and there was a black SUV that pulled in just while I was talking, and now pulling out going the other direction. I guess they've seen enough of the water. I'm not done. But I'm gonna scooch over to this sun. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Scooch on over. Let my hair get some vitamin D. and tell me who you are. Oh, this book good. They picked out a good one, Louisa Luna. And the book club, don't ask, because I'll link it below if I can remember. But I found them on Instagram because I follow Dallas and anything that has, Dallas restaurants, Dallas museums, Dallas artists, Dallas book lovers and bookstagrammers, Dallas, 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 right? And I find this bookstore in Dallas, and actually, no, I found a young lady talking about a book club in Dallas, and then it's not her bookstore, but that's where the book club meets or something. But anyway, I found her, and she's part of the book club or runs it, I don't know, but I know she's definitely a part of it. She mentioned she had a post, and I asked what was the next read, and because it was mentioning, I guess, their last meeting. I think that's what it was. I found one for November and wanted to know what December was or whatever. But anyway, this one is for January. So maybe they're taking December off, or maybe I already missed that. But yeah, tell me who you are. The psychiatrist, yes, Dr. Caroline. She's taking things into her own hands, trying to follow some guy right now. And I'm only on page 80. Oops, I'm on page 91. Dr. Caroline. And how many pages? 340. 340 pages. And I'm only on 90. Because why I didn't finish? Why am I constantly reading one or two chapters, putting things down? Because I'm literally trying to line up my next art show or job. I've been filling out applications for part-time work. I even filled out something with the state in Austin. Because, just hear me out. I live 2 hours, 45 minutes, and when there's traffic, it says 3 hours, 1 minute, 3 hours, 4 minutes, or whatever. So I literally, if I got a job, a full-time job that I can handle, mentally, physically, spiritually, all those good things, and I would literally, like I told DJ, I said I would literally stay in Austin for, like, say my job was Monday through Friday in Austin. I would leave at 4 o'clock in the morning, get there at 7, 3 hours later, and for a job that started at 8, right? That way I can go to my little coffee shop and then go on to work. Hello? This is she? Okay, I spoke to someone already. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I spoke to her today. Okay, thank you. Bye. Doctor's office calling me back, but somebody already called me back. It's all handled. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying is Austin, right? Turn back on Alice Coltrane. I would Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night stay in Austin, Texas at, like, a hotel. And the brand new Motel 6, which I know Motel 6 is cheap, but so am I. And that's the brand new one that I stayed at a couple times when I just want to go to Austin and stay the night. And so I could literally do that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then come home after work Thursday, and go back on Friday. So basically it would only be Monday after, because I would come home, stay Thursday night, Friday night, and then of course be off on Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday morning, drive to work. Thursday, drive home. Then Friday, drive to work. and then Friday drive home. That's 4 times driving, 3 hours up and 3 hours back. I wouldn't mind that. And that way, Monday night, going to work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's 3 nights of already being there in Austin and driving to work. So I could do that. And then I'd be in the city that I really enjoy being in. And the reason why I wouldn't move there is because I, too, still in love with the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and where me and DJ live, I'm never moving. Unless, I don't see it. I just don't see it no time soon. I'm talking 10 years if I even live that long. And, that would be living in 2 different cities, in the DFW and Austin. I would love that. Because I don't ever want a time where can't just drive 30 minutes to get to Dallas and, I don't want to live in Austin and then have to come to, because I have Denton, Fort Worth, and Dallas all in the same area, and all the other little cities, and then I can go to Austin and stay there for those 3 nights, get off of work, be in Austin. That's what I'm doing. All right, that's what I'm doing. That's why I applied, and hopefully I get it. I know it may sound strange to some people, but not to the California people that keep moving here because they so used to being in traffic for 2 and 3 hours. So, and I know that's why there's so much traffic going to work in the mornings here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, because a lot of people do live in Dallas-Fort Worth and work in a whole bunch of other places, like Austin, okay? Like getting a train or whatever to Houston or whatever. So, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna shut up because that's enough. And I'm gonna read and watch the water. And after I leave here, I'm gonna go get something to eat because I'm hungry. I got a banana though. Probably stay out here for another couple of hours. Or for a couple of hours. I've only been out here just a little bit. What time is it? Yeah. Been running off at the mouth for about an hour. Bye, y'all.